Welcome to Behind the Veil. Now, here is your transformational coach, Tammy Cox.
Hello. How are you?
Honestly, I'm not terribly great right now, but I am figuring stuff out.
Good. That's actually really good. Thank you for your honesty. And I can help with that.
Awesome. That's the plan, isn't it?
It is the plan. Yes. And that reminds me, the intention. I love to start with intention. And my intention is to bring you clarity,
Mhm.
clarity as to your next steps moving forward, and to bring you as far along on your healing path as humanly possible in this short period of time that we have together.
Sounds good.
And if I could give you one thing on this call that would make the biggest difference for you in your life, what would that one thing be?
Uh, to trust myself, to give myself that sense of security so I'm not seeking it in somebody else.
That's so funny. That's what I wrote down about you. You know, going through your paperwork, I was looking at it and that was the theme I saw
Mhm.
is a lack of trust in yourself.
Yes. Yes.
So
That's
it's good that
accurate.
you are very aware of that. And what will it take to get you to have full trust in yourself?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah. Guess what would that take?
Um, hmm. I'm not 100% sure from what I'm have been trying to do. I have been trying to do things I'm not used to. Um, I have been looking to try to join a book club because I really like books. But I have social anxiety, so that'll be a mix for me. So I'm looking for a book club so I can join something because I love books. I love reading. Um, hmm.
Okay, so when was the last time you trusted yourself?
Mm, I think that uh, when I moved here, so I moved here from Colorado. I live in Texas currently, and I moved here 2 years ago, and I kind of just had to spread my wings and fly. I needed to get away from my family dynamic. The cost of living down here is quite better, and I wanted to live by myself for once.
Hmm.
So I've been doing that for 2 years, and
Did it work out for you?
it did. It
Oh,
did.
wow, you trusted yourself and then it worked out for you.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, I would love to my goal personally for you on this call is to figure out when you stop trusting yourself. Because I know everything starts in childhood. Your
Oh,
entire personality was developed by the age 7, almost entirely. Now, some things could come in later and get shifted. Yes, that's possible, but not much. If you haven't done much work on yourself, then the program you got gifted on the moment of conception, where all your parents' DNA became your DNA, boop, all their traumas, all their unhealed wounds became yours on that moment of conception. So, if we don't heal those wounds, guess what happens? They just get gifted to our kids, and then down and down and down it goes. So, my goal, my work that I really came here to do is to help people offload that pain, that suffering, and the wounds because they are, I won't say easily, it's a simple process of offloading them that it can be done, right? But we haven't really known much about trauma, DNA, and how all of it works together until this point in time, really. And so here now we know the system. The way we can do this is really by emoting that stuck pain in the body.
okay. Yeah.
So, what I do in this process is we're looking for two things. We're looking for the belief that was created in the moment of the
Mhm.
traumatic event.
Okay.
When you're in a traumatic event, what happens is you're in a high state of negative emotion. You have a thought that comes in, and boom, it gets stamped onto the subconscious mind.
Mm-hmm.
And often this thought was downloaded from a parent. So we find a lot of these beliefs that we inherit from them, and then bam, they get stuck on, and then they carry you throughout life. So we need to find your beliefs around romantic relationships, right?
Ooh.
Because let's look at the pattern there with the romantic relationships. What is the pattern?
The pattern is I go after people that don't want to actually do the work. I end up with people that want me to be their mom, essentially. I have been in a lot of long-term relationships with people, and I've had a hard time letting go, even when I know that they're not good for me. I've been cheated on quite a few times. My uh, my ex-husband moved his girlfriend in before we even filed any of the divorce paperwork. Um, and I just there's been a lot of relationship issues in my life. I was single for about a year and a half before I met my most recent ex. And we just broke up 2 days ago. So I thought things were gonna be okay, but it was same song and dance. So I want to get out of that cycle.
Do you find that you put yourself last on your own list? You
Um,
put everyone else's needs ahead of your own.
quite a bit. I think so with my last ex before this one, he he made me feel downright terrible about myself. So I started doing things for myself. I started drawing and painting. Um, I want to go back to school for psychology so I can do a very similar thing to you. I want to make mental health and like self-help things a little bit more available because I want to make sure that other people know they can do it too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so with him, when I started going into my spiritual journey and looking into what actually feels good for me, and I started following my intuition, he pulled back and he started being very emotionally abusive. So I left. It it was a really bad explosive ending because he wasn't going to leave me. He wasn't going to let me go. And it's very similar with this relationship, unfortunately. When we had a conversation yesterday, he told me that he's obsessed with me, and if I block him, he doesn't want he doesn't think that's a good idea because he's obsessed with me, and I'm like, that's not good. So, um,
Rejection breeds obsession. So, yeah.
yes.
Um, Tell me before him, what was because you said you have a hard time letting go in relationships, but it sounds like this guy has a hard time letting go.
So, specifically in this relationship, it started off way too fast. I even told him, I was like, we need to slow down, all this sort of stuff. Um, and I know a big part of it was I was idealizing a lot of the things. I fell for the love bombing. And I don't know, like, I don't want to diagnose the guy because I think that his internal system is just so damaged. He doesn't know how to function himself. But he came by the sixth night we were hanging out and he never left. Um, Even when I was begging for space, begging for, I just need space. I want to be myself. He um I went out with one of my friends to a concert and he was acting really suspicious of me. Um, when I got home, if I bring up issues, he always turns it around on me somehow. Um, but I've tried to break up with him before, and he always ends up knocking at my door. I'll block him on everything, and he ends up knocking, and he makes sense in the moment, and then we go back to fighting a few days later. So, um,
Yeah.
it's
Why would someone want to be with someone who does not respect their boundaries when they say, I need space, and they're like, I don't care what you need. Is that someone that's good for you?
no, and
That
he's
doesn't respect your very simple boundaries of I need space?
Exactly. And then he's also he's weaponized a lot of the things that I've tried to do. Um like he I say, I need space. Like, can we come back to this later? Give me a couple hours because uh I need to de-escalate. What is
Decompress,
no, it's when you
regulate
when
your nervous
you
system.
regulate, there we go. I need to regulate my because I'm dysregulated and we can come back to it. And then he started doing that. I made him get his own place because I was like, I can't keep doing this. Like I can't. He wasn't helping with anything. And then he started weaponizing his own space in the relationship, being like, well, I can't talk to you right now. I'm going home. And I'm like, okay, like when are we gonna talk? And he'd be like, I don't know. Like I don't I'm just gonna go to my place because then I have freedom. And now I'm like, whew. So that's why I've been having a rough time because he did show up to my place yesterday, and again, he's trying to communicate with me. I put a boundary in the sand because he was talking to a female friend that had been openly sexual towards him, and even in the moment, like he didn't engage with it, but he's still getting validation from that kind of behavior. I told him that if he cares about the like he asked me he told me he wants trust and support in the relationship, which is really ironic because he doesn't trust me or support me. I told him if he wants that trust in a relationship, we need to start with a foundation of trust in the relationship, which means I know that he's not going to let people talk to him like that. I feel like that's a very basic boundary in a relationship is if somebody tries to talk to you like that, you can block them. Like anyway, so and he told me he needed to think about it. So that's where I've been since then. He hasn't messaged me or anything, but
And
yeah,
how long has this relationship been going on?
6 months.
Okay. And may I ask how old you are?
I'm 32.
Okay.
He's 24.
Okay. I
So
was going to say
it's
this,
the first age gap
this sounds
relationship I've
like,
ever been in.
sounds like a very, sounds like a very young relationship. Sounds like relationships I had in my early 20s,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Well, if you think about, you have to look at it like this. Everything goes back to a belief. The way you function all goes back to a belief. So you have to think, what would I have to believe about myself to attract a man like this?
Okay. Okay.
So then I want you to close your eyes and I want you to answer the question. And the reason why I'm going to have you close your eyes is because I don't want you to answer with your physical mind. I don't want you to answer with your logical mind. I want you to answer with your spirit, with your soul, with that greater part of you, the bigger
Okay.
aspect of you.
Good thing I have tissues, huh?
You're going to need those today.
Yeah.
I thought I told you
Um,
that on our
You did.
pre-call.
You did.
Okay.
You did. You
Okay.
warned me. You're like, you're probably gonna need tissues right by you.
It's very rare that someone doesn't need them.
I would be surprised if somebody didn't need them if they were deep diving this hard. So
Oh yeah, we haven't even really started yet.
I know I'm here for it. I am here
Okay,
for it.
so and then my ask to you is like I said to you on the pre-call, when the emotions come up, I need you to emote them and let them out. Do not keep them in because the
Okay.
whole purpose is to get them out of your system. We don't want you sitting with that pain anymore. Like
Okay.
all of us walking around, we're all walking around with all this pain that we've had trapped in our body in our vehicle for many, many years. And our job here today is to open up and start to allow that to emote out of our system. So I don't want you to
Okay.
judge the tears. I don't want you to judge the anger. I don't want you to judge any emotion that comes up. I want you to feel it. It's going to be like we're going to go into the pain to the very center of it until it's fully dissolved.
Okay. That sounds good.
That's right. Okay.
Okay. What do I have to believe about myself to be
Yeah.
attracted to
So I
someone?
want you to make your spine straight and I want you to close your eyes.
Okay. And I'm also crisscross applesauce. Feels nice.
Well, I
Um,
actually want you to uncross applesauce
okay.
because
Okay. Grounding.
we don't want to, everything's energetics. And when you close this off, what does this say to you?
Just not releasing.
I'm guarding my heart. I'm not going to look at what I'm doing. So open right? We want that channel to be clear. So I need your spine to be as straight as possible. I need
Okay.
no crossing of the arms or legs. In fact, ideally, I want your feet planted on the ground with no shoes on, no socks. I want you to be bare earth, just like a very clear channel. Yeah?
Okay. Yep. I'm here.
Okay. So now I want you to connect to your breath and I want you to close your eyes. And I'm going to have you respond. It's going to be the first response, keeping your eyes shut, tuning into your body. The response is going to come from inside of you, deep inside. It will be the first voice that I'm asking to speak, and your conscious mind will probably try to talk you out of it. It's okay. Let the emotions come up. They already want to come up. They're already tapping in. They're saying, "Oh, we got some stuff to get rid of." Yeah. And there's no judgment in that. We need them to be released. And we say, thank you, thank you, thank you for whatever needs to be released right now. That's right. Whatever needs to be released is beautiful and divine and perfect because it no longer serves us. It needs to be moved out of the vehicle. That's right. That's right. So this is going to be the first voice that speaks. And I want you to do your best not to talk you out of that little voice. Okay. I'm going to make you so in tune with that little voice, that subconscious mind. That's the one who's running the show and running the program. And that's who we need to tune into right here and now. So I want you to go deep inside your body, deep inside on a cellular level. That's right. Notice how you feel when you go in. Notice if there's resistance. I can immediately see that you're tapping into the pain. We haven't even really opened all the way up, but already that pain is wanting to eke out. So we're going to let it. That's right, because it's good to let it out. We don't want to hold it in anymore. It's safe and good and right to release it with so much love and so much gratitude because it served us, didn't it? And now it's time to release it. What would I have to believe about myself in order to attract a man like this? First thing,
That hang on. What do I have to believe about
it's the
myself?
first thing that popped up that you immediately tried to talk yourself out of. It's the thing you say to yourself under your breath all the time when something goes wrong.
That I deserve somebody that loves me as deeply as he said he did at the start. Um, a big amount of that is
What would I have to believe about myself to attract a man like this?
I am responsible for other people's healing.
Say that again. I'm responsible for what?
Other people's healing. That if I can heal this person, then I deserve to heal too.
What's another way you probably said that when you were a child?
I
I'm
don't know.
okay. Okay, we're going to tune into that. So I
Okay.
want you to make your spine really straight.
Okay.
There's a place in your body where these emotions are stored, these emotions of feeling responsible for other people's experience, for their emotional state. There's a place in your body where these emotions stem from originally. First impression, I want you to take your hand and place it on that area. That's right. First impression, what color is it?
It's blue.
It's blue. I want you to go all the way into the blue, all the way to the very center of that blue. And I want you to recognize and notice that out from that blue is projecting an image. And on that image is the very first memory you have of feeling these emotions. Allow that image to get clearer and clearer and clearer until you can see it, sense it, feel it. You got it, right? Yeah. First impression, how old are you in this image?
3.
3. Are you alone or are you with someone?
I'm watching my parents fight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm scared because I know when they're done fighting, my mom's gonna come for me, and my sister.
Mm-hmm. I want you to tune into this little 3-year-old you, okay? I want you to see that blue bubble that's around her, and I want you to go ahead and be inside that bubble with her. I want you
Okay.
to feel everything she's feeling in this moment. What is she feeling right here in this moment?
She's afraid.
She's afraid. What is she afraid of?
Mom. She's afraid that she's gonna be the the target for that rage. And if she can hide, then she's gonna be safe.
She learned how to hide. What else
Yeah,
is she afraid of?
she's afraid of being hurt.
Mm-hmm.
She's afraid of her mom leaving, yelling at her, and she's afraid that she can't feel safe.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't feel safe. What else is she feeling in this moment?
Anger. She's so mad. Why can't they love me? Why can't they pay attention to me? I need them.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't feel like they love her.
I didn't hear what you said.
She didn't believe that they loved her. What else is she experiencing in this moment?
Really deep sadness. I'm I'm somewhat familiar with an older version of her, but I haven't met her before because I've been scared to.
What is this? Tell me about this deep sadness she's feeling.
She just wants to feel safe, loved. This deep sadness is just, it's not supposed to be like this.
Mm-hmm. I want you to look deep into her eyes. And I want you to let her know that you've come all the way back in time to be with her in this moment because she's that special to you, because she's that important, because she's that wonderful. I want you to tell her everything that she needs to hear from you right here in this moment. What does she need to hear from you?
You're safe. You don't have to be afraid of other people because the only person who can control is yourself.
Mm-hmm. What else?
You can love yourself. You don't need it from other people.
Yes, what else?
You don't have to fix this. It's not your fault. It's not your fault that they're angry at each other all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not your fault they're not fixing it either.
Mm-hmm. What else?
You're safe.
Mm-hmm. What
You don't
else?
be afraid of everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not everybody's out to get you.
Mm-hmm. Is she believing you as you're telling her this?
She's a little hesitant
Mm-hmm. Why doesn't she trust you?
because she's seen the things that I've done,
Mm-hmm.
because she knows the patterns that we've been through. She
Mm-hmm.
wants to believe me because she sees that I'm trying to put in all this work and it's so scary for her.
Mm-hmm. I want you to ask her what it will take for her to feel safe with you.
I need to stop fighting myself about things. I
Mm-hmm.
need to stop denying
Specifically.
my own beliefs and my own knowing.
Mm-hmm.
I need to stand up for myself.
Mm-hmm. I want you to give her those beliefs that you want to change. I want you to literally see all those beliefs in her in that blue bubble, and I want you to pluck them out one by one. That I'm not safe, that I'm not lovable, that I'm not worthy, that I don't deserve love. Whatever those beliefs are, I want you to begin to pluck them out one by one from her bubble. That's right. I want you to pluck them out. I want you to pull them out. And I want you to tell her that you're taking these from her because all they were was a belief that was handed down to her. It didn't come from her and she doesn't need it. So I want you to take them out one by one by one until she takes a deep breath and a sigh of relief, knowing that none of that was actually true, that it was just the system that was downloaded that she got. But that any moment in time, she could change those. A belief
Okay.
is just a thought you keep thinking. So I want you to just literally pull them out of her bubble.
Okay.
That's right. Just keep pulling them out until you know you've got them all. And then I want you to put her in a new bubble. And this bubble is her empowered bubble. It's going to be all the new beliefs from this new place. What color will that be? What's a color of empowerment and love and peace and joy? What color represents that for you?
like green.
Green. Okay, so I want you to put her in this green bubble and I want you to tell her that this is her new set of beliefs, that she is worthy, she is perfect, that she doesn't have to live her life to please anyone else but herself. That is her only business, and that she is worthy of all the love. In fact, she's going to be a magnet to the love because now she's going to know who she is, not based on that old system or the old program, but the new system that you're choosing with her right now from this new place. So I want you to see that green bubble. And with each breath you take and each beat of your heart, I want you to make it more intense. That's right. Make it intense, 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 intense until you just see it doubling, tripling, quadrupling. That's right. It's going so fast. And I want you to see the expression on her face change, going from sad to tremendously happy, tremendously powerful. I want her to see the power that she has with this green bubble, that she's literally shift her identity. Through this work, she gets to change how it is she sees herself. That's right. And I want you and her both in this green bubble, breathing it into existence. And with each breath you take and each beat of your heart, I want you to make it bigger, bigger,
Okay.
bigger, bigger until it completely absorbs the entire earth with this intensely powerful, beautiful, loving, healing energy. That's right. And I want to see you holding her hand, just pumping out this energy to make this bubble so big and beautiful and so powerful that you could not stop this energy if you tried. No matter what you do, no matter what you think, this powerful green energy is energizing the field, the collective, the lineage in which you are in, the lineage in which you came from. But it's also rippling out from there and rippling out from there like waves. That's right, like energetic waves that are pulsating from her work, because she actually came here to do powerful work in the world. And she actually chose this lineage and this pain for a reason. And I want her to see that now. I want you to give her a picture of the fact that she chose this lineage so she could heal it, because she is the one that was willing, that said, I'll go and feel the pain that they weren't willing to feel. I'll do it. I'll be the one. I volunteer. I'll be the strong one that they couldn't be. They just didn't have it in them. But I do. Now she knows it. Now she feels it. Now she sees every single bit of it. She's not going to question herself anymore. And when she does, that's okay. She's not going to judge herself. She's going to remember the green color and she's going to let it go. She's going to let all those blue particles go and she's going to embrace this green, because this green is her power. It is who she really is. And it's who she chooses to be from this point on. So she's no longer going to let someone come in and fuck with her system. Her system is too powerful and it's going to override anyone else's will, because her will is the strongest. And it's loving and it's gentle and it's powerful. And it doesn't need to shout because it's so strong. It need no language. That's right. It is just there. And it's absorbing everyone around her. In fact, this love is attracting everything that's in alignment to it. And it's repelling anything that's not. It's just vanishing because she's chosen a new system. So from this new place, she doesn't have to force things into place. They just line up when they're ready, when it's time, because of the power she's calling in. There's no forcing. And so I want you to shrink that 3-year-old you into the size of a postage stamp or smaller. And I want you to place her inside of your heart. That's right. I want you to literally scoop her up in your hands. I want you to place her in your heart. That way you're always connected to her. That's right. Breathe it in. Feel her there in your heart. That's right. This way, whenever she calls on you, you're going to be there for her. You're going to come whenever she sends this the green signal. You're going to be there with her. You're going to see her. You're going to ask her, what do you need from me now? What can I give you? Sometimes she's just going to want a hug. Sometimes she's going to want you to take action. Sometimes she's going to want you to give yourself a bath, take a walk, serve yourself. But she's going to be reminding you of your promise to love you, to love her. She's not going to let you forget. And she's right here in your heart calling to you all the time. And I want you to listen for her. She's going to give you signals. She's going to speak to you. I want you to hear her voice. I want you to be still and listen. That's right. And so, in this scene of your mom and dad fighting in that room, you're three, and you see the spot where your 3-year-old self was standing. But all you see now is that big green bubble because she's inside of your heart now, creating a completely new paradigm. That's right. And I want you to rise up about 30 feet above that scene. I want you to look down, see that house, see that room where your 3-year-old self was. Look down and see that green bubble. That's right. Now it's absorbing everyone in the house because it's just so potent and powerful. And I want you to make your way back to the present moment as you do, looking down and seeing how this green energy bubble is shifting all the old paradigms. They're literally crumbling, they're dissolving with so much ease and grace and flow. It's just dynamic. So, as that old system is crumbling and falling away, see the new grid coming online to take its place. Strong, loving, peaceful, with this powerful, pulsating green energy. That's right. Coming all the way back towards the present, seeing how it's shifting the actual timeline. That's right. Shifting that paradigm, that program, that setting with the new coding. And as you come back, making your way back to the present moment, 2 years from now, 1 year from now, and I want you to pause right here at the present moment, looking down, seeing you sitting there right here and now. And I want you to make your way back down to reintegrate all these parts of you back into the body. That's right, coming down, down, down. So I want you to see your head opening up like a moonroof to allowing in all these new beautiful parts of yourself with this green energy. That's right. And as it comes down, I want you to feel it energizing and reprogramming each cell, coming down through the top of your head, shoulders integrating into the heart and the arms. That's right. Hips, feet fully aligned. Feel all these new programs, this powerful, pulsating, beautiful energy. And as it comes in, notice that all the dark shadows are being dissolved. Everything that no longer aligns, doesn't fit, just completely dissolving with so much gratitude. That's right. So much ease. That's right. Coming back into the body, back into the room. Take a deep breath. Wiggling your fingers and toes. Yep. Deep yawn. That's how we know we shifted some major energy. How do you feel, darling?
I feel lighter.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, like the light is literally shining on you. You are light. Look at that energy change. You have no idea what you just did. Just changed your whole identity.
That feels nice. That feels really good. Whew. That's awesome.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. You.
You're welcome.
That was
You,
wonderful. That was a wonderful guided experience. I'm buzzing. I am physically buzzing. I can feel it.
yeah, and you're going to be for a little while.
I know what you meant. Take the rest of the day.
See? You,
Wow.
you don't know what you're getting into, but that's what makes it so beautiful is because it's such a massive shift.
Yeah.
It's a complete upgrade in you. Like you just changed timelines.
That's amazing. Yes. Thank you. That's exactly what I've been needing. And I knew it too. Oh, whew.
So what new things did you see for yourself?
I can go do things for myself and not worry about having to bend over backwards for other people. I feel free. I feel a lot of freedom from this. I feel a lot of strength too.
Yeah.
I don't have to be where I don't feel like I'm loved or cared for.
You're not even gonna like you're not gonna give it a second thought. You're just gonna be like,
I don't have
"No,
to second guess myself.
This
for
is
the
just who
sake of
you
somebody
are.
else.
You don't have to look for love. You are the love.
Yeah.
Just simply are. You didn't know it, but you are the love. There's nothing that needs to come from somewhere else to feed something in you. You are the love.
Yeah.
You be the love.
And love.
You are the love. Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I and a lot of times when people, I had a lady reach out to me yesterday because she watched hers back, and she had this really profound shift after she came on, and I took her through the process. She had this total change of her life, started working out, started just valuing the fuck out of herself, and then she saw herself going back into patterns like a month later because this is
Uh-huh.
step one. This is a very powerful transmission, but it's step one, right?
It's a
And
really deep weave and we're unraveling it. That's, yeah.
yeah, and that's why I work with my clients 12 weeks because I find that it grounds the new identity in because you spent all these years as that old person and it can be easy to be drawn back to those. So, all that to say, watch yours back.
Okay.
When it comes out, it will be out shortly and we'll send you an email saying, here's yours. But it will be, and you might want to watch it more than once
Okay.
to remind yourself of what you let go of today. In fact, if you could sit down with your journal, I want you to talk about what you let go of today. I want you to get so
Okay.
descriptive in your notes and say, this is what I let go of today
Okay.
after seeing this for myself, because I took you into a whole different way of seeing things and perceiving things. And so you get from this place to look at what am I going to let go of? And who am I becoming? Who do I choose to be from this place? Those are the two things you really get to decide today that are going to determine whether you shift into the new paradigm or you incrementally go back to the old.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'd love feedback from you. Sometimes it takes a couple of days for you to kind of put things together. Like for that
Okay.
lady, it was rewatching hers back. But if I could get some feedback from you, that would be so beneficial for reviews
Absolutely.
and stuff. People that are contemplating, doing this.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a really easy decision for me, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm glad I'm here and I am very excited to hear that and save it and listen to it whenever I feel like I'm slipping back at all.
Hmm.
I'm very
Beautiful.
much looking forward to that.
Oh, thank you so much. Part
Thank
of the reason
you.
why this was such a huge shift for you was your openness. You were very open and you just went there.
Yeah.
That is really the key to shifting yourself is that openness. So I just I just want to congratulate you on coming on this journey, choosing the healing path, which can feel very challenging at times. Of course, living with the pain is challenging too, so pick your hard. But
Yeah. We pick our battles, that's for sure.
but changing can be very, very difficult for people. So I just want to say thank you for letting me in.
Of
Thank
course.
you for being so open and thank you for choosing this path because the world is going to shift because of us that are choosing this work, you know?
Yeah.
So let's ripple out that green energy together, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. We've got this.
Yeah, girl.
Got this. I'm very
Yeah,
excited.
and update me on your life. I'd love to hear about how, things change and get better in
Okay.
your life because of this work.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. I am very much looking forward to it, and I will keep you in the loop.
Okay, darling, you have a fabulous day. Drink lots of water. An Epsom salt bath would be ideal
Yes, I have
because
lots of that.
you just detox the fuck out of your body. So, yes.
Okay, will do.
Okay, hun,
Awesome.
have a
I
good day.
appreciate you. You too.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.